What up, NIU? I'm Marten, and thanks for joining me. Halloween is right around the corner, and you know what that means. It's the one night where all you ladies can dress as skimpy as you want, and nobody can say anything. It actually seems to be encouraged. Also, horror movies are an essential during Halloween, and I handpicked 4 of the best to go head-to-head to see which one is #1. And I'm going to leave the decision to you, NIU. Our first matchup is Friday the 13th versus The Exorcist. Friday the 13th is a story about Jason Voorhees creeping through Crystal Lake as he kills off camp counselors one by one. His motive? Brett Favre paid him to go kill them because they threatened to go to the police after he texted them erotic pictures last summer. The Exorcist is the obvious horror classic, but it set the tone for movies to come. Future actresses never, ever, ever be the Exorcist girl. I don't care if Steven Spielberg directs the film, do not take the part. Do you want to be known as the girl that puked up green, gets tied to a bed, and tries to get between the sheets with a priest? If so, just try out for the next season of Jersey Shore. Let's see what NIU thinks.
The Exorcist is hands down one of the greatest horror movies of all time.
Friday the 13th, just because Jason's your classic classic horror pimpin' dude.
I voted for The Exorcist because it brought in the whole aspect of religion, and that part really freaked me out.
The Exorcist takes out Friday the 13th by a margin of 2-1. Our next matchup is Halloween versus the Night of the Living Dead. Halloween is a story about Michael Myers, a deranged killer who breaks out of an insane asylum to kill on Halloween once again. That sounds extremely realistic. About as realistic as Paris Hilton's chances of winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Night of the Living Dead. The title explains it all. The dead are rising from the grave to kill off all humanity. They're taking them out because Bret Michaels is getting another reality TV show. His TV shows are just like a free clinic. He goes through all these women and only ends up giving them bad news. NIU, what's the verdict?
Halloween, because Mike Myers is just the beast. Night of the Living Dead.
Halloween, because that really is the movie I believe set the standard for every slasher horror in the last about 50 years.
There you have it. Halloween takes out Night of the Living Dead 2-1. Now before we get to our championship bout, let's take a look at some of the Halloween costumes for 2010. The newest, the Hulk's Mistake with a cocaine-filled night and Mexican strippers. This is a Guido with the last name Ortiz. The closest he's ever been to being Italian is eating Chef Boyardee and watching The Godfather. Now with some of the classics, it's good to see that they have updated some of them. The Jack-o'-lantern, from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface, a basketball, a hobbit, Heidi Montag and her plastic surgeon, ouch, the Peach from James and the Giant Peach, Chucky on steroids, Snooki, and one of my new favorites. He may have a new hairdo, but he's still pasty and he loves children. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Now we're down to our championship bout. It's going to be The Exorcist versus Halloween. NIU, what do you say?
I'm going to have to give my vote to The Exorcist for being the ultimate weird, the ultimate scary, the ultimate creepy.
The Exorcist, because it's the American classic, the epitome of a horror film.
So the scariest movie is The Exorcist.
Well, that's all she wrote. The Exorcist sweeps Halloween to take the title as What Up NIU's #1 horror classic. I want to thank everybody for viewing, and until next time, what up, NIU?